What's up guys, it's Legend X Rona, and today I have another top 5 video for you guys. In today's top 5 I'll be discussing the top 5 possible characters who could form a deadly alliance with Shang Tsung if he returns. Now if you've been playing Mortal Kombat X, you know that it's hinted at Shang Tsung possibly returning in Mortal Kombat due to a few endings and intro dialogues. Not to mention, if the timeline continues to follow the previous timeline, the next story will be Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance. Now if you paid attention to my previous Mortal Kombat 11 Theories Part 2 video, you know that I believe that Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance and Mortal Kombat Deception will be a joint story with Onaga being the main antagonist. So I feel that if they were to do a new Deadly Alliance, the role that it plays will be somewhat altered than what it was previously, and possibly he could make a new Deadly Alliance with another character. So with that being said, let's get started with number 5 on this list, Quan Chi. Now as we already know, in the previous timeline, the Deadly Alliance originally consisted of Shang Tsung and Quan Chi, so including him on this list was an obvious choice. With that being said, the circumstances are much more different this time around in the new timeline. In the original timeline, Quan Chi had left the Netherrealm after Shinnok's defeat and decided to join up with Shang Tsung to take out the powerful threats within the realms, which were Liu Kang and Shao Kahn, and use their dead souls to revive the Dragon King's dead army. This time in the new timeline, Quan Chi, Shao Kahn, Liu Kang, and Shang Tsung are all dead, with Liu Kang now being a revenant, so things are considerably altered this time in the new timeline. Now with Shang's possible return, he could always possibly revive Quan Chi in order to use him as aid. The two of them are both powerful sorcerers who know many spells, so maybe whatever Shang Tsung may have planned this time around, he could still need Quan Chi's help in order to complete it. Due to Shang Tsung's sorcery, he could always bring back Quan Chi from the dead and possibly reform the iconic Deadly Alliance between them and try to achieve the same goal that they were trying to achieve in the previous timeline. Moving on to number 4 on the list, Shao Kahn. Now this theory is a bit more of a twisted idea I have for the Deadly Alliance. A lot of people seem to believe that Shao Kahn could possibly return due to the creature being created in the background of the Quan Chi's Fortress stage in Mortal Kombat X. And even I talked about the idea of Shao Kahn possibly returning in Mortal Kombat in one of my theories videos. So maybe if Shao Kahn did possibly return, it is still possible that he could work with Shang Tsung. Now granted Shao Kahn did kill Shang Tsung, they both can benefit from one another. What if Shao Kahn did return and decide to work with Shang Tsung in order to use the Dragon King's undead army to retake Outworld from Kotal Kahn, and both of them end up betraying one another because they have their own plans? Now this is an idea that I could see possibly happening if Shao Kahn did return and decide to work with Shang Tsung, and it's something I can definitely see because it would be obvious that Shao Kahn would try to retake Outworld from Kotal Kahn if he did return. So this would be an interesting Deadly Alliance to actually see happen. Moving on to number 3 on the list, Liu Kang and Katana. Now this is one that I don't think too much on, but often see some people say that this could possibly happen. For the most part, I couldn't think of any possible reason to why Shang Tsung may want to work with his old nemesis other than the one possible reason, that being they both despise Raiden. With Raiden being a common enemy, maybe they both could benefit from possibly killing Raiden. Liu Kang's biggest motive for something like this would probably be revenge, with Shang Tsung on the other hand might have being something else in mind. As we all know, Raiden is now in possession of Shinnok's amulet, which holds an immense power that could possibly benefit for Shang Tsung in many ways. So maybe with this common enemy, they both could form a deadly alliance in order to defeat Raiden. And possibly with Raiden now being defeated, Shang Tsung could use Shinnok's amulet in order to achieve his own goals. Moving on to number 2 on the list, we have Dagon. Now I never thought of him being a possible choice until I thought about what he had said in the comics. In the Mortal Kombat X comics, Goro mentioned to Dagon how the Dragon King is written within their clan's lore. In the original Deadly Alliance, Shang Tsung and Quan Chi were interested in the part of the Dragon King's lore that dealt with his undead army. What if Dagon decides to form a Deadly Alliance with Shang Tsung in order to revive the Dragon King's undead army, but it turns out that Dagon's deceiving Shang Tsung because he's actually trying to revive the Dragon King himself? Now I know that there's a lot that goes into this one, but I can see it being possible due to this allowing them to expand on the idea that the Dragon King is built within the Red Dragon clan's lore. This would also allow them to build up on Dagon's character, allowing him and the Red Dragon clan to play a bigger role in the timeline than what they did in the previous timeline. Moving on to the final character on this list, we have Kotal Kahn. Now, of course, Kotal Kahn was one of my original thoughts for someone to form a deadly alliance with Shang Tsung, but I never thought of a good enough reason until now. Okay, so if you've seen my Mortal Kombat 11 Theories video, I explained how I think that Raiden will go to war with Kotal Kahn due to him now taking more of aggressive action this time than before. So what if Raiden's forces were to outmatch Kotal Kahn's, causing him to take on the aid of the sorcerer Shang Tsung, who randomly offers to help him in order to deceive him by convincing him to revive the Dragon King's undead army in order to fight Raiden. Now, I feel that this could possibly be a very good way of having Shang Tsung come back and make a deadly alliance that has meaning. As you guys may already know, one of the original Deadly Alliance's goals was to revive the Dragon King's undead army. So this could be a good way to re-implement that idea with a better reason to why it's been done before. Though I don't exactly see Kotal Kahn and Shang Tsung working together, I realize that he seems to be easily deceived, seeing how Devore was able to deceive him, and overall I think I could see this being a pretty good deadly alliance that allows them to re-implement the same goal of reviving the Dragon King's undead army and setting the story up for the return of Onaga. So these are all the possible characters that I believe could possibly form a deadly alliance with Shang Tsung this time around if he returns and form a deadly alliance. Now, I think that seeing what happens will be much more interesting this time around, because I do believe with the new storytelling in Mortal Kombat, the story for the Deadly Alliance will definitely be altered. So I wonder how the role that it plays this time around will affect the story and show its impact on it. Maybe we might actually get to see how Shang Tsung returns in a Shaolin Monk sequel if they actually decide to do this before Mortal Kombat 11. So what do you guys think? How do you think the Deadly Alliance will be this time around the new timeline? Do you think that Shang Tsung will actually return and form a Deadly Alliance, or do you think there won't even be a Deadly Alliance this time? Let me know all y'all's thoughts in the comments below. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a like. I'll really appreciate it. Let's try to see if we can get 100 likes on this video. If you would like to, you can check out my Mortal Kombat 11 Theories Part 1 and 2 videos. I will leave a link for them in the descriptions below. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at LegendXRunner to keep up with all things that I do with my channel. And if you're new to my channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button for all things Mortal Kombat. This is LegendXRunner, and I'll see you guys later. So if you guys have anything that you want to talk to me about, whether it's about Mortal Kombat, YouTube, games, or whatever, you can ask me in this series. Now all you have to do is follow me on Twitter and hashtag RonanQ&A and ask me anything you want to ask me.